Hey guys, and welcome back to DeInfluenced, where I dive into the messy world that is influencer culture to call them out for their crappy behaviors. Today we're talking about a brand new family to my channel, and that is the Crazy Middles, because apparently some news has broken recently that there might be some inter-family dating relationships going on, and we're gonna talk about it. Let's go, guys. So to start off, guys, I know nothing about this family other than what DCP has said about them. No things. So let's jump over and ask Google who they are. Crazy Middles are a family vlogging channel featuring Shelly and Jared Wallace and their 21 children, 18 of whom are adopted. The family, based in Phoenix, Gilbert, and Mesa area of Arizona. Oh, they're spread out all over, or they've moved? What? That was weird. Started their channel in 2015 to share their daily lives and promote adoption, particularly of sibling groups from foster care. Their content includes daily vlogs, adoption stories, that's a good thing to exploit, and family activities with over 800 videos and more than 500,000 subscribers. The children include biological kids Kylie, Shelly's daughter from a previous marriage, and Landon, along with their adopted children, such as, goes on to list a whole bunch of them. Anavea. I've heard of Nevea, but Anavea? They aim to inspire others to consider adoption by showcasing their experiences. So let me translate that for you. They made a lot of money exploiting their children's adoption stories and continue to do the same. Their sister channel, Crazy Pieces, run by Shelly's sister Crystal, also focuses on adoption and family vlogging. Yikes. I guess it does run in the family. If you look at like the Frankie family, they're all vloggers. You look at Crazy Middles, Crazy Pieces, they're vloggers who adopt apparently. Anyway, so yeah, just terrible people who take advantage of the most vulnerable. That's good, that's good. So I'm pretty sure this vlog is the one where the bombshells were dropped, so we're gonna go ahead and react to it together. Shall we? So I'm speeding it up to 1.5 for those who speed up my videos, just be forewarned.
Thank you, my crazy family. This video is brought to you by the Velvet Noble. There is a candle over here on the side. It is called Clean Slate. All jokes aside with the clean slate situation, we actually do have something really serious to talk about tonight.
Really serious to talk about. You look really serious right now. Yeah, look, it looks really serious.
I'm probably going to be doing most of the talking. Jared is just here for emotional support, and he's going to jump in when he wants to. But as you can see, and I think like 500,000 people saw the TikTok that I made a few days.
Giving myself a round, sorry, it's really blurry apparently, of applause for staying quiet instead of punching them in the face. This literally is the opposite of staying quiet, but okay, like, I mean, she didn't punch them in the face, but this is not staying quiet.
Days ago, and I was having a day where I was mad, and so I made a TikTok. Should you do that? Probably, definitely not.
No.
But I do want to address what I was talking about. Right up front, I want to apologize to my family, because I know that this is going to be a video that's probably going to ruffle some feathers, and I know that I don't owe anybody an explanation for anything, but of course I feel like I do have to.
Oh, they checked it off. Step one of the family vlogger addressing things. I know I don't actually have to address this, but here I am gonna go ahead and address it. Let's see how many others we can check off. This is all thought out. There was none of this, oh, I know I don't owe anyone anything. I know I don't have to talk about it. No, she's talking about it for views and clicks. And she baited it on TikTok to create that curiosity gap so people will come searching for this clarification video. It's all thought out, all of it.
Talk about what I have to talk about tonight, because it affects the videos that you see, and you're just gonna have a ton of questions if I don't just talk about it. So
why leave it up into speculation?
Yeah, we're just gonna say everything. Okay, so let's
see. But nobody would be speculating anything if she didn't release that TikTok. So, oh my God, okay.
Back up here for a second, and let's talk about first of all what a crazy crazy year we are having over here at our house.
Wow.
From Jared finding out we were supposed to be on a Disneyland trip, finding out he has heart issues, and then that all of a sudden just deciding to clear up on its own. We get to cancel surgery.
Yeah,
like,
great.
we've had some big things like that. We've also have some people that we work with and that are very near and dear to our heart leave us this year. Bishop being one of them. Bishop's situation this year really surprised us because we really felt we were going to have Bishop for the rest of our lives.
We thought he was going to be here forever.
You know, we were just as surprised as everyone else that he would be leaving us. I know that so many of you just like came after our throats, like just came after us, like, why would you fire him and what were you thinking and all that kind of stuff. We knew that, and he knew that we did not fire Bishop. In fact, we love Bishop very much.
Yeah.
And
I have no worries that he'll be successful.
no, he's going to be very successful.
So,
in fact, that's kind of how, like, on our side of it, we had no idea that Bishop was hating taking pictures until he actually came out with the video. And so Bishop was like that. He would never complain ever. Like, just very sweet like that. We actually didn't know. And so
let me translate for everyone. We took advantage of this guy's kindness and generosity, good work ethic, talent, and ignored all of his mental health and well-being, but we're just going to play it off as, oh, we just didn't know. Got you.
So we thought he was good with everything. We had given him his own room, his own little studio, bought him thousands of dollars worth of equipment and everything, thinking that he was...
And we did all this, and we did all this, and we had no idea he was so unhappy. Okay, whatever.
Happy. So it made us very sad to find out that was one of the reasons that he did leave. So, in fact, he had told Addison and Aubrey, actually on a Friday, I believe, that he was going to be leaving us or that he needed a break. And that he knew that he had his own stuff to work on. And we totally support that and we appreciate that. We understand as creators the need to feel like you need to do, your own thing. And so, anyway, so on Monday, we brought him in, we had a conversation about it. It ended with hugs. Just no drama there like everybody thought. So, and still no drama.
So on Friday, he told, two of their kids, I assume? I don't know who those two people that she just named are. I'm assuming two of the kids. He told them, and on Monday, they brought him in and they sat down and they had a talk about it. But it ended in hugs. All good.
We still love him and his family.
Yep.
Yeah. He was so good to our family. So, okay, so that happened this year. The next thing I want to talk about is my family. And because we are so public with our family and our family dynamics, we understand that we get a lot of questions concerning...
A lot of assumptions and
conspiracy
theories.
There's a lot.
There's so much out there.
And so... Okay, so my family on both sides, on my mom's side and my dad's side, we are just not close with each other. We just I don't know. It's just always that way. I don't have a better explanation for you other than we're just not really close family. Like we see each other on funerals and weddings kind of a thing. And I know a lot of families out there like that. Like I don't feel like we're just not normal. But yeah. And
well, probably because you have 18 billion kids. Who has time for anything else? I have 4 kids and don't have time for anything else. I couldn't imagine having 18. 21. They have 21 kids. 18 they adopted. No. That math doesn't math. Isn't that what it said?
So it makes me really sad. I do have a cousin, her name is Shannon, and I just love her so much. And she's been one that over the years has stayed in contact with me, and I really appreciate that.
Words matter. She has been the one who has stayed in contact with me, and I really appreciate that. So something happened. They got excommunicated, and that's that. That's my opinion, my assumption, my speculation. Okay.
The thing I kind of noticed was whatever contact was there, it was always initiated, or most of the time initiated by Shelly.
Always. I had to carry 100% of any relationship that I had.
Yeah, you were carrying it, for sure.
100%.
Okay.
And so when it comes to...
That's funny. I jumped the gun, sorry.
I know so many of you want me to talk about my mom and I's relationship and what's going on there. So many of you think that there is fighting or arguing or that she's mad at me or I'm mad at her or there's this thing, but there's not. There's really not. I have no idea why I don't have a close relationship with my mom. I would love that. I would love it, love it, love it. I've addressed it a few times and it's just never got an answer and it just is what it is. I wish it was different. So I've tried to trace back into my childhood. Definitely in my family, I am the black sheep of the family, if you cannot tell. You think so?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's just I am. And I just feel like, I don't know, I try to trace that back. Is there something that I did in my childhood to prevent her from having a, close, I for a long time I think I was probably a really hard child I had ADHD and no one back then even knew really what that was or it wasn't called anything. And so she would say you have maybe a chemical imbalance or they knew there was probably something with me. I don't know. I'm having
No? Did he just say no? That's exactly what ADHD is. Sorry, I'm kind of dissociating because I'm trying to figure out what kind of dynamic there is too. Yeah, ADHD. Yeah, my brain is not listening to your stuff. Sorry.
Now I feel like it's like a superpower, and I actually love it.
I have my own theories and whatnot. I think that your childhood was hard, and I think it was very hard.
With my dad passing, it's hard for everybody.
The whole situation was so difficult.
Yeah.
And it took a toll.
Yeah.
So
maybe it has something to do with that. I do know that
maybe Shelly, that's her name, right, reminds her mom a lot of her dad. And that's why, because I guess I'm assuming it was sudden and traumatic and he was young and stuff. So maybe that's why.
We had a situation when Crystal was 16. So I know we're like really going back, but this was it was her
16th birthday.
It was her 16th birthday. I lived in a house that was in the middle of the desert, and for her 16th birthday party, I thought it would be so fun to invite her entire high school and have a DJ and
crazy
bonfires
stories.
And
like hundreds of teenagers.
We had a massive teenager party that was very loud and very out of control. It was super fun, and I don't know what I was thinking back then. Like, that's never a good idea.
Whatever, that's so you.
But anyway, my mom was at this party, and in that many teenagers, I lost track of her. I didn't know where she was. And it was time to do Crystal's birthday cake. I got the cake out, the hundreds of people saying happy birthday to her. She blew out the candles, and I didn't think anything of it. The music went back on, and everyone is dancing, and it just went to that. And it really, really crushed my mom, like crushed her, that for her 16th birthday party, she didn't get to see Crystal blow out the candles. And so it turned into this big fight, and I think we didn't.
But I thought there was no fighting. I thought there was, she literally just said there was no fight. There was no fighting. Yikes.
For 1-2 years. It really turned into a big thing. And then one day I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about how sad that is, that I didn't want.
Is she way older than Crystal? She didn't talk to her mom for 2 years? I don't understand this. Okay.
My mom to get older, and sorry,
I'm still curious to this day how she missed it.
And so
hundreds of kids singing happy birthday.
No, but it just happened. You know, it's just feelings can get hurt in families, and that's very normal. And so anyway, so I just one day decided I have to just get over this. Like, I have to, and I just started talking to her again. We never addressed the situation.
I don't understand.
So for a long time I thought maybe that's why. I don't know. But anyway, just so you know, I'm at peace with it. I am okay. There's no fighting going on. There's no drama going on. I adore my mother, and I would love to have a closer relationship. So with that, now let's talk about Mindy. So Mindy is my sister. We are 5 years apart. You've seen her here constantly, and because she's been working for us for just as long as Bishop, like years.
Like 4 years?
Years that she's been with us, and we have enjoyed every second of it. I did not grow up close to her. I was always close to Crystal, and so when Mindy asked to work for us, I didn't know if that would be a good idea. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, and then I thought, you know what? I want a close relationship with my family. Like, this might be the perfect opportunity for me to get to know her. And so
I know too that growing up, especially, Mindy was kind of a black sheep too.
I don't know that she was a black sheep. I always felt like it was me. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I always felt like that. I didn't feel like
This is ridiculous. She's fighting for a victim spot. Oh my God. Okay. So Crystal is the golden child, right? Which is probably why her name is Crystal. She's the golden child. And she's the baby. She must be the baby. And Mindy's 5 years older. So how much older is she than Crystal? I don't know. 15.
So she started working for us, and it was like better than I even thought. Like, loved getting to know her, loved her here in my house, so good to my family, so good with the kids, such a hard worker. In all the years that she has worked for me, we never got into one argument ever as sisters, and that's hard to do if you know sisters. Never one argument.
No, you're too busy fighting with your mom.
And then we recently had some hard conversations, and some boundaries were drawn, and they were very clearly
This just got really uncomfortable all of a sudden. Okay. Hard conversations, boundaries drawn.
And not only were they clearly drawn, but then they were readdressed as, again, to be like, these are very clearly drawn. And so this part makes me really sad. Mindy no longer works for us. Unfortunately.
It was very unexpected. We even did a vlog recently where we said, she's not going anywhere.
Mindy's behind the camera. Are you leaving us? I am not leaving. She's not leaving. Yay.
Yikes. Was this before or after the boundaries were set? Oh.
We just talked about Bishop, and we just did that video, and in that video I say, like, Mindy, you're still here with us, like, are you gonna be here forever, or something like that. And she's like, yes, I'm still here, not going anywhere. And at that moment, that was very true.
Oh yeah,
very
absolutely.
True. So I am not going to say exactly all that happened, because if you've seen, Lacey did a video recently.
Because we're going to leave it open to speculation so that we have more content so that we can address it again, which they did. They did. I have it.
Where she talked about Melinda and hers drama.
Families fight, okay? Like, I feel like that's like a normal thing, but I feel like you always leave a door open for family, okay? No matter what happens, if that makes sense, like a metaphorical door, okay?
She talked about how in families, if we get on here and just say like every little bit, we close that door, and we don't want to close the door to Mindy at all. I hope to still have a very close relationship with her in the future. I love her. I with everything in me.
I don't know if they address the allegation. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's coming. And I almost like that more because I have no idea what's going on. So I'm literally just commenting on what they're saying. So they really, really love her. They don't want her to leave her. They didn't think she was going to leave her. But boundaries got crossed. Boundaries got drawn. Boundaries got readdressed and recrossed. So she left, and this is really, really hard. But they want to leave the door open, but they fired her.
Like, I love her. So I'm not going to say everything that happened, but just know that us letting her go was very valid, was very, you know, those lines were crossed. And so I just feel like
what lines?
You know, her values were not our values. How do I want to say that? Her values were not in line with our family values. And
after working for you for years, for 5 years, did she say? Years. Your values just all of a sudden weren't aligned. I hate this. I hate when they like address things but only half address it and leave it all open to speculation.
So our entire family. And so anyway, so we love her, and you know, we hope that she does the best and so, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So with all that, I know that was a lot.
No, you literally said nothing. That was nothing. I know nothing. I don't know what's happening.
I feel like this year with us
that
being
it?
really clear on our boundaries, and Bishop leaving and Mindy leaving, I also want to talk about Connor. Connor, as you see, is someone for years and years and years that we have looked for and searched and want him a part of our family so bad. And we didn't. And we've been talking to him. We found him in prison, and we've been talking to him, and we didn't know what that was going to look like when he got out. We were hoping that he would just be here all the time, and that we could do this adoption, and it would just be this magical thing for everybody.
What is happening? They found him in prison. They just found a kid to adopt in prison? Who is Connor? I'm so confused.
Fortunately, we also feel like his values are not in line with our family values either. And so you will not be seeing him in the future. And we are so sad. We don't want to close that door as well.
No, we really don't.
I don't understand. Sometimes it's okay to just close the door. If it's big bads, which they're kind of alluding to the fact that it's big bads, but like, okay, so they were going to adopt this kid and then they're not adopting him, so we're not going to see him anymore. And then Mindy's here and she's going to stay here forever, but now she's not here and left. So are Mindy and the kid together? Like, why would you just...
And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, it's because he didn't like filming, or he didn't like this, or he didn't like that. And it had nothing to do with that at all, not even a little.
And just to kind of go over, like, he is doing good.
He's doing great. We're so proud of him.
He's working hard. He's doing good.
That's why we're leaving the door open, is because we feel like with him as well that we hope someday that we can get back to where we were.
Yeah.
So, for sure. So, anyway, so that's our drama.
Crazy stuff this year.
What's the drama? I'm so confused. What's the drama? You just said a bunch of people left your family and we're not going to be seeing them anymore. I got no drama.
Crazy
Between
stuff
my
is
heart
here.
issues
We're
and all
done.
of this stuff,
We're done with the craziness.
So done.
That's why that candle back there is clean slate. I need a clean slate. We need to start over, for sure. I do feel like at this moment, I know when I did that TikTok, you could tell I was feeling angry. I am past that. I'm way past that. I am feeling at peace.
But you wanted to punch, so she wanted to punch Mindy and Connor in the face?
Good, and our family's feeling good, and yeah.
Yeah.
So no more drama this year. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Is that the goal?
Knocking on wood here.
Put it in. No drama.
No
No
drama.
drama.
Knocking on wood here.
Anyway, it's late here. I don't know why we're up.
It's like 11:30 at least.
We were getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk. So we're going to do this. But
Spilled
anyway,
a lot of tea tonight.
Yeah. So I know that was a lot, but
You literally spilt no tea. There was no tea spilt.
that's it. So we're going to bed.
That's it. We're going to bed. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead. We're just going to go ahead. I have the other one. I don't have the other one downloaded. Hold on, please. So a week ago, they released that we're done. We're done with Mindy. We're done with Connor, apparently. Why? No idea why. No idea what's happening. Who knows? 20 hours ago, true or false, addressing your comments. Ooh, okay. What are some of the comments? Comments are turned off. Well... Ooh, let's make it 900. Look at that, 900 downvotes on this video. Okay, well, I'm glad they're addressing the comments because apparently we're not allowed to see any of the comments. Let's do this.
Hey TV Crazy family, welcome to the vlog today. The kids have gone down for the night,
Yes.
and we wanted to address the community about a few things that have happened recently.
Yeah, just have a personal conversation with you all.
Yes.
So we want to start out by just thanking our community from our hearts. Like, I just feel like over the years, you guys have really,
There's a lot of these people in a very short amount of time. I don't like people like this. I don't like family vloggers. I don't like people who exploit children. And I don't like these people. They're sleazy. There's some up here. It's a lot of Shelly and Jared. Was that his name?
just helped us see things in a different way. And so you've watched us go through hard things and different things as we, navigate our life. And your comments always make us think a different way about things, or maybe we didn't see it like that, or things like that. And that's been great. And it just shows how much you guys care. And we really.
Except for the comment that exploiting your children's adoption stories online is wrong. We don't shift our thinking on that topic. But I mean, that's good. I'm glad you listened to some of the feedback, at least.
I appreciate that.
A lot.
And the way you love our family. So with that, we can...
Yeah, see, that's less normal, the way you love our family. That is parasocial relationships, and that's a little less normal. It's a little less.
Definitely say at this point that the cat's out of the bag with Mindy and Connor. And we recently did a video where we felt...
So it got confirmed May 18th. Did it get confirmed? I missed something. Unless they're saying that they let the cat out of the bag with this video. But like technically, you left a bunch of insinuations and innuendos and left people up to speculate and assume, but you let nothing out of the bag. Okay.
Away, and you felt away. And so with the comments today, we're going to be doing a true and false on our side of it on how we feel about things.
Yes.
So we can just jump right into the questions.
All right, I'll read the first one. We're using a lot of the comments that we actually saw online.
Yeah, these are
we're going by those. Maybe.
Where'd you find these comments online? On Reddit? On Reddit. They must have fished Reddit for these comments. Okay.
For a little bit. So, I never dreamed the Crazy Middles would air their dirty laundry online. I'm very disappointed.
Huh.
There's no need to address any of these problems online, especially the Connor Mindy situation that could have blown over in just a few months.
Okay, so is that true or false? I know some things Jared and I feel different on, and that's okay. That's okay. So you feel like it's true and false. On this one, I do feel like it's true and false as well.
Yeah.
So
a
little bit of both. So when we made that video, we obviously knew what was going on in the back end. We did not want that out.
No, we didn't say there was anything going on. We just said they're not going to be on camera.
I can't. Oh my, they didn't just say that. That is the dumbest. Literally, none of this would have been out if you hadn't made that dumbass TikTok when you were angry, and you could have come on camera and said any other thing. Said the McDonald's guy gave me the wrong order and I wanted to punch him in the face. That. I don't know. But you could have totally not. Oh my God. There's no way they just said that. There's no way they just said that.
Yeah, definitely. And this isn't our business. This is not anybody's business.
So why are you talking about it? Why'd you bring it up? Why'd you make that TikTok? Why'd you make a 10-minute video saying that they're no longer going to be seen, both these guys, specifically like these guys, but like throw in a little bit about Bishop because like people know him too, but that's just to divert attention. None of this would have been public had you not brought it to the public. This is dumb. This is so gaslighty. Oh my God.
This is Mindy and Connor's business. And so for us, we did not.
It is. Yeah, it is. So why'd you bring it up on your channel?
Obviously, we don't want anything out, that kind of a thing. And so, unfortunately, our video sparked conversation and family.
I don't know if I can watch the rest of this video. This is actually making me so angry right now. There's no way she's surprised that that video sparked conversation. I said it as I was watching the whole fucking video. That's exactly why you did it. That's exactly why you did that. I didn't think Ragey Sasha would come out this video. She likes to come out to play with Kylie, but not very often with other people. So interesting that these people enrage me. What the
would work on every side of everything. Yes. And we feel like really through Mindy and Connor underneath the bus, and that conversation though started, we feel like, with us.
We are the ones who initiated the conversation. Yeah. That's definitely on us.
Not that we said anything, but then it got said. And so well,
no f***ing shit, Sherlock. Holy mo! There's no way they're saying this right now. There's no way.
We wouldn't have come out with that video. Nothing would have been said. So
I feel validated. I now feel validated. I should just let this play, apparently. I'm sorry I paused so much, but like I have to, or it will leave my brain. That's how ADHD works, guys. We need to say it as soon as we think it, because if we don't, it's gone. It's gone because they're going to say something else and it's going to trigger another thought.
There's definitely some truth to that for sure. On the other end of it, it was not intentional. Like on our side of it, we really feel like we didn't even know a good way to say it other than values or something like that. Because is it a value thing? It is, but it's not. It's such a great area.
And ultimately, we were just trying to kind of
make you understand why they're not here.
Yeah, that's it. Because whenever somebody's not on camera for any extended period of time.
Except nobody asked. You didn't need to say anything unless those rumors started going, and had you never brought it up, nobody would have asked. They might in the future, and you can just be like, she moved on to other things. There are so many ways that you could have kept this dirty laundry offline, and you chose not to. Why? Engagement, money, paycheck.
There's all these questions,
rumors and
assumptions. Yeah. And we just wanted to just
get ahead of it.
That was it.
Yeah, just say they're not with us any longer. And then we knew that you guys already had some assumptions about things. Maybe you would talk about it a little bit, and then it would just go away in a week or two. That's like really what we thought would happen. We did not know that family was going to come out and expose them, and you know, and we just feel bad that like if we wouldn't have started the conversation, that wouldn't have happened. So
oh my God.
Yeah, probably not. So
all right, next one. You said you didn't want speculation, but just left it out there for speculation. True or false?
True.
Probably true.
True. Yeah. I think when we shot the video, I felt really good about it. I felt like we were respectful of everybody. I know some of you thought maybe like when it came to my mom that I wasn't being respectful, but on our side of it, I felt I was being very respectful. We get so many comments that are like, I can't believe Shelly, she has problems with her mom and she has shunned her, from the family, and now Shelly's poor kids, and I just want everyone to know that that's not the situation at all. I'm so tired of hearing that. Like, that is not it at all. I got on there and said nothing but I love my mother and I would love a closer relationship with her, and I hope that happens still, So anyways, but I feel like it is true. Like, watching back through the video, we said, or Jared had said,
I shouldn't have said that.
Why did you say that?
I don't know.
Okay. He had said
came out.
that there wasn't going to be, we're trying to put where there's no speculation out there, and then what we did is make people speculate.
Yeah.
It was just not intended that way, so yeah.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I think that you cutting Connor out of your lives and saying that values in there is the reason behind it. He has been out of prison for 5 months, and cutting him off makes it far harder for him to improve his life.
True or false?
False.
False.
So, number one, he's not cut off.
Yeah. And I think that, this was the most confusing part for us, is when we did this video, I felt like we were saying open doors, and I felt like we were saying everything right. And so to see.
Just because you say, but like, you can come talk to us if you want to, you abandoned them. They kicked them out of their house. They kicked them out, said, bye-bye, you're on your own. We don't agree with what you're doing, but the door's open if ever you break up. If ever you realign with our values, oh my goodness.
Not just one or two of you, but like a whole community of people feel like that we don't want a relationship with them. We're not talking.
Family is forever. Well, until Shelly inevitably cuts you off. 3 sides to every story. Their side, the other side, the truth. So you have no contact
anymore. That there's like big things. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, where did you come up with that? So we went back through the video and we were like, okay, so the first thing that we talk about is clean slate.
Because you talked about a candle.
I talked about a candle, clean slate. The clean slate candle was not about clean slate of all the people in our lives. No. Like, not even a little bit. No. The clean slate was about the hard year that we've been having. I mean, we've had Cody get hit by a truck. We had Lacey just get in a car accident. Like, we've had,
my heart.
Yeah, we've had so many things. Clean slate was more about cleaning the drama, and that's what we talked about. It's like, no more drama kind of a thing. Like, we're done with it. And so with
insinuating that there's drama, leaving it up to speculation what the drama's about. Exactly. How did you? There's no way. This is all engagement bait. There's no way they actually didn't think that leaving all that shit up to speculation wasn't what was gonna happen. There's no way they're that delusional. I don't believe it. I don't believe you.
Maybe that's where that comment came from, that everyone thought that we didn't want anything to do with anybody. Or maybe when we said we're leaving the door open, maybe you guys felt like that was us saying, like, until they apologize, like, or something like that, maybe. I don't know.
That's exactly what it means. That's exactly what that means. It's exactly what it means.
But that's not how we feel either. So on our side, but on behind the scenes, there has been like no big fight. When this happened and we found out about it, it wasn't the relationship. I mean, maybe to some point, the relationship that we were having a hard time with, it was just like we felt kind of lied to or deceived in a way. And what we really wanted in our...
Probably lying, deceiving in a way, because they were terrified that they were going to be cut off and abandoned by the family. And look what happened when you found out.
Hearts just to find out that wasn't going to happen is devastating for us. So Mother's Day, everyone's like, he wasn't even there for the Mother's Day. He actually was. He was. So we had our big breakfast, as you saw in the morning, and then all the girls, and we all went out and had this girls' day for the rest of the day. Connor came over while I was gone. We were already done with our video, so it didn't make the video. And he brought me a beautiful, beautiful card that was so touching and a
Really
very,
nice
very
bracelet.
nice bracelet. So yes, he was here. And on the other side of it, like, there's nothing. Like, we're still saying that we love each other. We still are texting back and forth, and everything's fine. He came and talked to you for like 2 hours that day.
I talked to him this morning.
Yeah, well, yeah, I talked to him this morning. Like, with the Connor thing, we never shut him out, ever. And that's not how we feel. And especially the Mindy thing, too. When everything went down, the first thing that I did was reach out and tell her, like, I love you. I'm here for you. I don't even care. Like, I just want us to be okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I couldn't shut anybody out. No, not even a little.
Yeah, that was
Oh my God. So then why did you fire her? Why is she not allowed to be on video? Why is she not allowed to be here anymore? Like, if you don't want anyone actually out of your... This damage control, this is not going to age well.
false.
That one's very false. And so wherever that came out of the video, like, I just feel like, I don't know how that got it. And sometimes we do have this where, like, something will be said and then everyone believes the comment. Like, one
Yeah.
comment that's not true, and then everyone we call it the comment bandwagon, because then everybody jumps on and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they shut him out of their lives. Just so you know, that's not happening.
Did not happen.
Did not happen. Not even at all. Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
everything is actually fine over here. So, okay.
This next one's a little shocking. At least I was shocked when I read it, and it said, "Is this incest?
Okay, we got a lot
True or
of this one.
false?" False. It is not incest.
But at the other end of it, I can see how people feel like that, because our family is not made up of blood. Like,
Agreed.
you know what I mean? And we have adoptions in our hearts. And I feel like that's where we were with Connor. And I feel like everybody understood that too. And so to see where we now have like an aunt and a nephew relationship, does that feel like incest? I can see how people may feel like that. But on the reality side of it, Connor's not adopted. I would feel different if Connor was adopted,
Yeah.
even though that there's
Yeah.
no blood there. I would have felt different. Connor's not adopted. And so Mindy and him
But you were going to adopt him and decided not to when you found out he was in a relationship with Mindy. So up until that point, you were probably treating him like a son. You were going to adopt him, from my understanding of seeing this in the last video. I don't know the rest of Connor's story. Is that not what was going to happen?
having a relationship, we really feel like it's two people that fell in love. Is it what we wanted? No, because I feel like Connor can't be my sister's boyfriend or dating and then be our son. That feels like
It's just a little weird.
Jerry Springer stuff or something. I don't mean it to sound lighthearted or anything, but I just feel like that feels wrong to me. And so, do we still care about Connor?
Yeah.
Yes. Are we still here for him? Yes. I haven't even taken him off our banner. We pay for his cell phone, and I will never cancel that. We are here.
Oh, good for you. You're such a good person. You're paying for his cell phone bill. Wow. And she's never going to cancel it, guys.
Do anything that it takes, anything that
Ultimately,
he needs.
we want him to succeed.
Yes, we do.
We're still vested.
That has not changed. Whether he's in our family one way or another, he's still in our family.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
Whether he's our son or my brother-in-law, he's still a part of our family.
Moving on.
Okay.
Is Mindy a predator?
We saw so many of this, and I just felt like,
Well,
no, Mindy's
true or
not
false?
a predator. I feel like
False.
so false. I feel like so many of you felt like because he got out of prison, he's very vulnerable and that kind of thing. You have
Yeah.
to keep in mind he's almost 30 years old. Like, they
Okay.
are both grown adults.
Okay. He still just got out of prison, still very vulnerable, but okay.
Can make their decisions, right? Absolutely. And so, no, this isn't on either side. This is a decision that they made together.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't feel that way.
Oh my God.
You need to keep Connor away from the family. True or false?
We feel false.
False.
I know there's so many things that came out and stuff about him, but the truth of it is, like, we know Connor, and he is not a threat to our family in any way. If anything, he would protect us. Like,
Yeah.
Connor loves us.
Yikes.
And
Oh, yikes. I don't know why he was in prison, but that's yikes. That is literally saying that's yikes. I don't need to translate that. If anything, he would protect our family. He wouldn't hurt us. Yikes.
no, we do not feel that way.
On the flip side of that, it can be confusing what's going on for the kids, especially.
Okay, and that's true. Okay, so we did, after everything came out, we did sit for like 2 hours and talk with our littles.
Yeah.
Our older kids understand the situation. In fact, they saw things before we even did. And so...
You have 8,000 children. Obviously, the kids are going to see stuff. You're not involved.
our littles, though, had a lot of questions and did not quite understand. And so we feel like we're all in, good now, and they get it, so I feel like it's good on that side.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Seems
Is there running water? Why?
like this is all for content. True.
That's what I said. It 100% is all for content. If they say anything other than, yep, this is all for content, it's bullshit. Do you think this is going to be false? Because it's true.
True or false?
This is not the kind of content we want to make.
No.
Not even a little.
But it is content that you did make. But you did make it content. So it doesn't matter. That's not the question. This is all for content.
False. Big time false.
Big time false. If we wanted to make this kind of content, then we would have said yes to all the reality shows that have been offered to us.
Seriously.
You know, that's the reason why we didn't want to.
Shut up. Oh, God.
Just our, family, and we don't want it to feel like drama, and we know with like having reality shows and things like that, there would have to be a lot of drama. That's just not who we are. Like, this is not the kind of content we want to make, so.
Oh my God.
Definitely not. In fact, this would probably be our least favorite kind of content.
No.
Ultimately, what the kind of content we want is like all of our family memories. That's my favorite content, is looking back at the things that we did, the fun things, the sad things.
We're just making memories.
And I know you've seen us go through good and bad and things like, things happen, but this one we just felt like was not our business, so.
Yeah. But this kind of drama, not my favorite. No. So this one is interesting. So you should have never put Connor on your channel.
True or false? What do you think?
I think false.
I think true.
See, there's one we even disagree on. Our channel is our memories. And he has been a part of our lives for 12 years. Given he was gone.
Wait, what? Really? Oh, they knew him pre-prison? Oh, okay. I'm missing a huge part of the lore, I guess.
For a large chunk of that, but we were still searching for him. And we finally found him, and we've been talking to him for the last couple.
Wait, what the Maybe a kid that came through the foster care system that they didn't end up adopting and then I'm so confused. Okay.
Years. So, a lot of people say, oh, he's been out 5 months. No, we've been talking to him for a long time.
We feel like we know Connor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I feel true on my end of it. When we found Connor and everything, we had a discussion.
This is weird as fuck. When we found him, like this long, this is weird.
We don't know how this is going to go. We had many discussions with him, many discussions between all of us about, is this going to be, do you want to be on camera? How do you feel? This is something that we do. We also thought, is it going to be strange that he's going to be possibly with us all the time and you see this kid, but or adult, I guess, and we've never introduced him, and then there's all this oh, what are you hiding? Why are you hiding this from us, kind of a thing. And so he was excited about it, and wanted to be on camera still, would love to have his own channel, and wants to he's loved it, and that's been so good. But I do feel like and you saw us do a Q&A of we don't know what this is going to look like, is what we had said, because we've been talking with him for a while. Is he going to come out of prison and be part of our family, and we do this adoption, and it's this whole thing? So that would be A, or B, is he going to come out and then we don't know what he's doing or where he is, or he really has nothing to do with us, and here we've been talking about him and then he's just not around.
Or he's going to turn to bad habits.
Yeah.
That could go very poorly.
That could happen too. And so it was just this discussion that we had. We never anticipated C.
No, we really didn't.
We never anticipated that and what would happen there. So in hindsight, though, if I would have known about C, I wouldn't have put him on, because they don't deserve to go through this.
Holy crap. Do we even need to unpack that whole thing? Basically, you took advantage of a vulnerable person with a vulnerable story. You exploited the ever-living crap out of their story, teased your audience, and then the minute that things went possibly south, you ousted him and said, never mind, bye.
Right, in my eyes.
Yeah.
So
but I feel like we are just portraying our lives.
Yeah, so. And I get that. I get your side of it,
and I get yours. I get it. So, this is our type of argument. It's just a little loud.
This is our back and forth of no, I'm not going. So, anyway.
That's all
I don't believe you.
We have for now,
I feel like there was more that I wanted to touch on.
Is there?
I felt so. I don't know. I know there's so many things that are probably unanswered for you.
They have 18 pages of hate comments. No doubt you turned off the comments.
Just know on our side of it, it's really nothing but love. I know so many of you want to know, can we celebrate their relationship and how do we feel about that? There's just so much gray. I don't know. I understand both sides of it. We are in a place, I'm hoping that you are too, in a place of just acceptance. I just want everyone to be okay. I just want to have a close relationship with everybody. I don't want this to stop that. Yeah. And, that's really it.
And I totally agree. And again, we really do appreciate everybody in the comments.
It really showed how much that you cared about it.
And the different perspectives.
Thank you. Yeah, and the different perspectives. Thank you. I do feel like on this video, because we don't want to see, we know that there's going to be so much of our audience still conflicted about this, or whether they think we're lying, or they think...
It's still a gray area.
Yeah, it's still a gray area. Just to stop the conversation on our side of it, we're going to turn comments off here on our channel.
Of course you are.
We don't want
Of course you are. Cowards.
this anymore. We're okay, and they're okay. And so,
whatever.
This is something that they need to work out on their own.
And again, this is their
business,
business,
private matter.
not ours. So we hate that we even had to address this today, but we wanted to.
You didn't have to address this at all. That's it. I'm done. I'm done listening to you people. All that needs to be said is this is their business and we shouldn't have touched it, addressed it, talked about it, anything, and didn't need to. Wow. Absolutely wild. Honestly, I don't even care about the relationship, whatever. He was a random person that came into their life for 5 minutes and fell in love with someone else. although it is really predatory because he's just out of jail. Very uncomfortable though, at the very least. And these people suck, like they all do. Oh my God. They didn't have to do this, and they did it anyways for content. This was all for content, and it was thought out from the moment she posted that video. How can we make more content out of this? I guarantee it. Either that, or she really wasn't, or they're really freaking dumb. But they've been on social media for long enough that they know that if they're evasive, people will speculate, people will talk, and it will create more engagement. So I don't know. I call BS on all of it. And that second video was super gaslighty. I'm not about it at all. That's what I have for you guys for our introduction into this crazy family, I guess we could say. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. It helps boost these videos into the algorithm. It helps my voice to grow, and I really appreciate it at the end of the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.